Paul, the collection of books, and later the movie entitled A Series of Unfortunate Events, Mr. Thorbrush lost his life due to a series of unfortunate events. Witness testimony will prove that the death was due to distracted driving, failure to stop at a red light, excessive speed, and medical complications. May it please the court, counsel, and members of the jury. My name is Kayla, and together with my co-counsel, we are here to represent Cameron Paul, the defendant who has been charged with criminal homicide in the death of Thorbrush. The law presumes the defendant is innocent of all charges, and this presumption remains with the defendant throughout the trial. Witness testimony will prove that Cameron Paul, a respected businessman, an upstanding citizen, a community leader, is indeed innocent of the charge before him. The defense will be calling 3 witnesses. Our first witness, Detective Shaden Tomes, is an expert in forensic science. Ms. Tomes will state that it was an overdose of medication that led to a heart attack and thus a car crash. The defense's second witness will be Miss Austin Jacobs, the assistant manager of Cameron's Cars for the past 15 years. Ms. Jacobs will testify to the events that occurred on March 12, 2012, while Mr. Thorbrush was having his Plymouth Charge serviced at Cameron's Cars. Ms. Jacobs will also admit that she had an argument and literal fight with the deceased Thorbrush on the very day of his death. In fact, she was fired as a result of this confrontation. Ms. Jacobs will also tell you there was a recurring brake problem in the new electric Plymouth Charge. Our third witness will be Mr. Casey Midas, Mr. Brush's pharmacist. Mr. Midas will tell you that Mr. Brush abused prescription medications. He will testify that this abuse of medications could have contributed to the medical problems that led to the death on March 12, 2012. Mr. Paul may or may not choose to testify today, and if he chooses not to testify, this may not be held against him according to law. Members of the jury, the state must prove beyond a reasonable doubt all of the elements of the crime charged. Look, the state wants you to think this was murder. The proof will show this was not the case. Mr. Brush's actions led to his own death. After listening to the evidence today, we are confident that you will find the defendant, Cameron Paul, not guilty. Thank you.
Thank you. State ready to call their first?
Yes, Your Honor.